Thor. I sense a great change in your future. Destiny has dire plans for you, my friend.
I have dire plans for Destiny.
Hela, the goddess of death, has invaded Asgard.
I thought you'd be glad to see me. Asgard is dead. It'll be reborn in my image.
We need to stop her here and now.
To prevent Ragnarok, the end of everything.
So we're putting together a team.
Like the old days.
Surprise! This will be such fun.
Hello.
Hi. He's a fighter.
Here we go! I'm not a queen or a monster. I'm the goddess of death. What were you the god of again?
We're the same, you and I. Just a couple of hot-headed fools.
But Hulk like raging fire. Thor like smoldering fire.
Holy crap, everybody, they put Doctor Strange in the trailer. What I think is going on here is this is sort of like a different version of the Comic-Con trailer. Obviously, it's international. That's why you hear the voiceover in it. And it's just made to be a little more linear and a little easier to follow for non-English speaking audiences. So typically, like if you look at the different posters that they market around the world, in different countries, the movies, all the movies, get marketed in slightly different ways. So the last couple of years, what you started to see is that the domestic marketing, like inside the United States, tends to be more character-based. In the international stuff, the posters, the trailers, all just tend to hype up the big action set pieces. So like, we'll probably eventually get a Surtur poster. That'll probably be international before you see it domestically. But if you don't remember, Doctor Strange is a part of Thor Ragnarok. If you didn't know before, you definitely know now from this trailer. But they haven't really revealed how big a part of it he is. He's critical to finding Odin just from that tag at the end of the Doctor Strange movie. So if you don't remember, just charting the timeline, Thor's hair is a good way to benchmark where he's at in the movie when he meets with Doctor Strange.
Watch list of individuals and beings from other realms that may be a threat to this world. And your adopted brother Loki is one of those beings.
Worthy inclusion.
Yeah.
So, why bring him here to New York? It's a bit of a long story. Family drama, that kind of thing, but we're looking for my father.
Oh, okay. So if you found Odin, you'd all return to Asgard promptly?
Oh, yes, promptly.
Great. Allow me to help you.
So I think they said that he has long hair in Ragnarok for about a third of the movie, so you have to assume that this is relatively early, and he's trying to track down Odin, then he runs afoul of Hela. She destroys his hammer and kicks him across to the other side of the universe to Sakaar. But it does sound like there'll be 15-20 minutes of old Thor and then him meeting with Doctor Strange, and it sounds like that might not totally get resolved till the end of the movie, because like you see this action set piece where he's fighting Hela using Odin's spear. It's totally badass. This is going to be so awesome. But why is he wielding it and not Odin? Meaning that Odin probably hasn't come back yet. And what they've said so far about him in the movie, Odin specifically, is that he's sort of on Earth, doesn't understand that he's Odin. They've done something to him to confuse him. And just because Loki has been ruling Asgard pretending to be him, it sounds like Loki was responsible for putting him on Earth and taking his memories away. So you have one of the most powerful people in the universe running around Earth like a vagrant. Thor has no idea how to find him. That's where Doctor Strange comes in. But because of this last big action set piece where it looks like he's almost become the Rune King, it's basically the most powerful form of Thor that Thor has ever been in the comics. He's still fighting Hela. They haven't completely blown Asgard to bits. It still looks relatively intact. But all of them standing on the Rainbow Bridge facing Hela before he comes down infused with the power of the hammer or the Odin Force or whatever power he has seems like it's connected to the moment where Hulk is fighting Fenris Wolf, and we don't really know where this Surtur scene happens, but it sounds like it's also relatively late in the movie too. Like, things go crazy, they have the adventure on Sakaar, then they escape and try to stop Hela. But obviously they're hyping the big showdown of this movie as the culmination of Destiny, and Thor's like, I have other plans for Destiny, as if it's the destiny of Asgard to be destroyed and reborn. So if you're going to have Odin come back in the movie, it's probably going to be connected to something like this. So even though they will touch on Odin stuff early in the movie, I'm not expecting him to be around till like very, very late in the game. But otherwise, most of the footage in this is relatively similar to the Comic-Con trailer, just like slightly different moments from the same scenes you saw in that. There's a little more dialogue from the characters, and obviously like the biggest difference is that Doctor Strange scene at the beginning. And I don't think that happens right at the beginning. I think they just put it at the top of the trailer because they want people to get really crazy about the idea of Doctor Strange popping up. And if you've been following Kevin Feige's comments about how Phase 3, Phase 4, Phase 5, whatever comes after Phase 4 is going to be different, you're going to start seeing more of this because Doctor Strange is a pretty cool character. He's one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, but there just aren't as many people that are hyped up to go see a Doctor Strange movie as, say, another Iron Man movie or a Spider-Man movie or even a Thor movie. So how do you get people even more excited about the team-up movies and these spin-off characters? You put them in other people's movies and you get pairings that you normally wouldn't see. Like, normally this would just be another Thor movie, it would just be Thor characters, but now they're stuffing all these other people into each other's movies, and I think it's only going to help them down the road, especially when they try to introduce even more new characters like Captain Marvel. So what'll happen is because I've already talked a lot about Infinity War and all the Comic-Con information they dropped, the Skrulls, Secret Invasion theories, I'll link those videos at the end of this, my Infinity War trailer. So just a reminder again, that Defenders is dropping on Friday. I was originally going to do a Defenders trailer video, but then this dropped and it's like, oh my god, Doctor Strange in a freaking Thor trailer. Looks like Defenders is coming tomorrow, so I still need to post my non-spoilery Defenders review. I've only seen the first 4 episodes, but once it actually does drop, then I'll start posting the spoilery episode videos. But leave all your requests in the comments below. I know there hasn't been as much comic book stuff lately, but that's just because Game of Thrones and Rick and Morty are priorities because they're on the air right now. New Defenders coming soon, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. While you guys wait for that, you can click here for all my Marvel trailers from Comic-Con, including Infinity War, and you can click here for brand new Game of Thrones. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.